Hey everyone, it's Sue here, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I am now into my next psalm, which is Psalm 1. It's a short psalm. There are only 6 verses in it, but it's extremely powerful, of course. So this is where we left off. This was Psalm 34. And so I'm still in the same Traveler's Notebook. I'm still doing the iridescent or shiny, shimmery backgrounds, which I want to do in this whole Traveler's Notebook. And my friend Tammy, I'm actually still, I'm still at her house. It's actually Monday, but you will be seeing this video Saturday morning. And she makes stencils, and I'll make sure her link is below, but I was like, oh, do you ever cut out a paper? And she's like, oh, let me try. And these are actually her stencil designs, but she did it on paper for me. So I'm like, oh, how exciting. And of course I used it right away. And so unlike my other pages, I decided to do basically like a 2-page spread for this particular psalm. So this is one of her feathers, which I first used as a stencil, and then I put the paper here. And let me read Psalm 1, verses 1 to 3. And it reads, "Oh, the joys of those who do not follow the advice of the wicked, or stand with sinners, or join with mockers. 2, but they delight in the law of the Lord, meditating on it day and night. 3, they are like trees planted along the riverbank, bearing fruit each season. Their leaves never wither, and they will prosper in all that they do." So obviously this talks about, how, us that spend time in the Word and, of course always want to do the right thing and, have faith, we will prosper in all we do. I think that's another amazing promise right there. And I just have, I don't know, I think this is illustrated faith. This is I found these 4x6 Project Life cards in my Project Life stash. I have like 4 of them. So I decided I wanted to use them. So that's what this is. And these were cut out hearts. I painted, I put oxide on the background, and then I put the card over it. A little bit of washi, and yeah, so that was fun. I do have the pink around the page is oxide. So that's that. So let's work on the second, excuse me, card for this particular psalm, and this is it. I mean, it's two pages because it's such a small psalm. But I think I'm going to put this on this side this time. And what I did on this page was I put everything down first, and then I went around with the paint, and I'm using the Pearl Gansite Tambi paints. And this time I think I'm going to start with the paint and then go ahead and add everything on top. But let me read the last 3 verses. So verse 4 reads, "But not the wicked, they are like worthless chaff scattered by the wind." So chaff is like that coating that you'll find on, wheat and rice, and people don't eat it, but animals can. And they will be condemned at the time of judgment. Sinners will have no place among the godly. I mean, there's a definite separation there between the godly and the ungodly. And then verse 6, "For the Lord watches over the path of the godly, but the path of the wicked leads to destruction." Very clear. I prefer to be one of the more godly ones, and do what I can to know His Word and to live the best I can, using the Bible as my guide in life. Are we perfect? Absolutely not. That's for sure, but that's okay. That's okay. We're not meant to be perfect. Okay, so I'm going to actually use the same yellow. So all I did was take my water and I sprayed it in there to activate it. And this, oh my gosh, this paint is just amazing. It has so much shimmer to it. The pearl of it is just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. It almost has like little like glitter in it almost. It's quite beautiful. So, oh, I forgot. Tammy had lent this to me. It's some purple magicals. So I think I'm going to do half of the page in the yellow, and then we're going to put the magicals on the bottom of the page. So let me just get this down, and I'm just doing it quickly just to get some pretty shimmer in the background. So if you're following along with me, let me know. Leave me a message so that, you know, I know that you're enjoying this little series. And I'm almost done with this particular traveler's notebook, so I'm trying to figure out what to do next. Should I continue on with the Psalms, or I don't know. I don't know what to do. So let me know what you guys would like. So here's some purple, and it's a powder, and it's just like the stuff I have used on previous pages, but I didn't bring that stuff with me. I'm at Tammy's house right now. So like I said, Tammy, whoa! The obnoxious one, gave me this to use. So let's see. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, I like this a lot. It's very, Tammy, the color is so prominent. It's like beautiful. It really, like the Gansite Tambi pearls are more of a pastelish type pigment, but this is very opaque, very colorful, very pretty. I like. All right, and I'll get it on the other side. And one thing that's like really good about using this type of, you know, paints on a page, it dries really quickly. So if you even do have to use the heat tool with it, it's very quick. And most times I can just go right on to, you know, gluing whatever I need to onto the page without really having to worry about anything. So, oh, it looks pretty. Okay, let's see. I have a little bit on here. You guys know I like to try to use everything. So I'm gonna just kind of sop up that extra and do that. Okay, so that is done. All right, I did pull out some oxides as well, so at some point I'll probably put a little bit of that on. Let me get the paint out of the way. So I do know that I want to get this over here, so that's the first thing that I'm going to do. Oh, there it is. I couldn't find my little paper. And we'll just get some glue stick down. So if you are following along, or even if you're not, you know, actually following along in a journal or even in your Bible or whatever, and you're just really enjoying this series because it, you know, it speaks to you. I mean, the Psalms are amazing, right? And just let me know. Because I hear from different people, and, you know, I just got a excuse me, a comment from someone that just happened to find the series and, you know, and now she's like, oh, now I know what to do with my traveler's notebook. And, you know, and I like to hear that because I certainly want to encourage and inspire. And I think I just hit the camera. Sorry about that. And I like to use a paper towel to get it down so my hands don't get super sticky. Paying special attention to the edges of whether it's a Project Life card or a die cut or whatever the case may be. Okay, so that's down. Now this is one of the feathers, and you can, you know, I used the ink and did one, like used it as a stencil. One's over there, but I'm thinking I might want to do it a little different. I'm not really sure how, which is kind of interesting because I really have no clue what I'm going to do next, people. So here we go, and we're just going to kind of wing it, which I like to do, and you guys know that. And I do keep my little round foam thingy on the bottom of all of my ink pads. And I can see I have not used this color yet. So this is the Distress Oxide in Shaded Lilac. And again, I really don't know what my plan is. I do know, whoops, I want to get some down. So we're just going to start. And this color is actually more vibrant than I thought. It looks so light. But it's not. Wow, it's beautiful. All right. So I'm purposely going over the edges with the ink. And what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to try to hold that there. I'm going to take off this little foam pad and put this one on. So this is Wilted Violet. And I'm going to go with the darker color at the top of the feather. Just for something a little bit different. And of course, as you're doing this, it is coloring the feather for you. Oh, I like the way that looks. That looks pretty. So what I did on this page was I did like the stenciling first, and then I had to go in with the paint and try to get the paint not on the pink. So this was a lot easier by putting down the paint first, for sure. Okay. So I am good with that. I like the way that looks. And let's go ahead and get our die cuts down next. And of course, the goal always for me is to use up stash. So I did pull out just a few things. This little pencil says, "He will draw near." Not sure where I want that to go. Then I have this adorable little truck with the flowers on the back. This is from By the Well for God. She sent me a whole bunch of different color trucks. So I like that. And this is also By the Well for God. And it's a little, I guess it's I want to say it's a deer. Yeah, that's a deer. But super cool. Super cool. So let's see where I can put this. Something like this. And it's hard to find purple. It really is. So anybody that designs things and makes things that is listening to this video, do more purple. It was very difficult for me to find purple. And then I have these few purple flowers, which we will get down to. So, and I know purple can be hard to, it can be hard because purple is like, there's so many shades of purple. Not that there's not so many shades of other colors, but purple's a tough one because you can have different shades of purple and they really clash, I think. Personally, it's hard to get purples that look good together, and that's just my opinion. So, but gosh, it would be nice to have some nice purple die cuts. And maybe there's some out there that I just don't have, but I have to tell you, I don't know that I have anything else in my die cut stash that's purple. I think I pulled everything out. So it wasn't easy, but I knew I wanted to do purple, so I was glad I found something. And you know that when I do this, the die cuts don't necessarily have anything to do with the verse. And this is a case of that. It's just, I'm looking at color and I'm thinking, use what I have, what I can, and that's it. And that's what I do. And it comes out great. It's just fun, right? It's just fun. The important thing is that, you know, I spent time in the Word, so I, you know, wanted to have the right psalm. And so, you know, I read through the Psalms to select which one I want to focus on next. And then, so you're in the Word doing that, and then you write the psalm down, and then you read it and you reread it. And it's like, you know, because I want to try to make sure that I understand the verses that, you know, that I use. So, you know, I might do a little bit of a study on it to make sure that I can kind of speak to whatever it is we are focusing on. All right, so let's go ahead and get some flowers down. And as usual, just like when I'm home, I can never, ever, ever find my tweezers. And you would think that I would pull them out before I start the video, but I don't. Okay, so we're just gonna do this. So these are stickers. These came on one of the planner sheets, just from Michaels. Nothing special here. The colors are perfect for this 2-page spread. And we're just going to get them down. Let's see. Oh, we have some little ones here. And I think I'll put one over here. And I can't take it off. And one over here to bring the purple up to the top of the page, because right now the bottom is very heavy on purple, right? Now can I add any other ones on here? It is possible. Let's see. Excuse me. So yeah, I got the allergy thing going on again, because that's what happens when I come to Pennsylvania. The allergies here, the pollen, the whatever is horrendous here where I come in Pennsylvania. And yeah, so, all right, I would like to try to use this one, but I don't know that I can. Let's see, let's get it down on here somewhere just to use it. All right, that looks good. All right, so that's it for all of my stickers and my die cuts. And now I have the black and the silver Uniball Signo pens, which you guys know are like my favorite ever. And on these 2 pages, I used a lot of the silver, and I did it all around here, down here in the hearts, you know, around this 4x6 card. And then I also used some black, so I'll probably do the same thing. So the silver is not, you know, an in-your-face kind of color. So like I can see it really well, and it's beautiful and it's shiny and I love it, but I'm going to do it a little messily just so that it is a little bit wider border and it's easier to see. So I'm going to go around this little guy, and then the last thing that I always do is I'm going to go and reread these verses again on this particular card right here, and just see what I can pull out. And I think I'm going to pull out the very last where it says, for the Lord watches over the path of the godly. I mean, to me, that is the important and encouraging, that's the encouraging words in this particular set of verses. All right, so easy peasy, just going around. Sorry, I know my hand is probably in the way right there. Let me go ahead and get some silver up here as well. And this just helps the different pieces pop just a little bit. I'm not going to do anything around the stickers. I think that they're fine the way that they are. And now I'll take the black and I'm going to write, for the Lord watches over the path of the godly. So like on this page, I put their leaves never wither and they prosper in all that they do. That's us. And over here, I just put delight in the law of the Lord. So over here, I'll put, for the Lord watches over the path of the godly. Now this, the version that I used of the Bible is the New Living Translation. So your Bible might read a little bit differently. And I'm going to kind of turn this sideways so I can write. And then I just kind of think, so like this half is pretty full. There's really, I could fit like little words here and there if I needed to, but there's definitely a lot more open space on this side. So I have to decide, well, do I want to write over this, or am I going to focus more down here on the purple? And I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start writing here, and it doesn't matter to me too much if the words get out of order. That doesn't matter to me. And I think I'm going to write in script. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So sometimes I'll just print, for the Lord, L-O-R-D, all caps, watches. So I'm thinking about how long that word is, so I need a lot of space to write watches. Watches over the path of the godly. So that's a promise. That's a promise to all of us. All right, so that's it. So let me go ahead and hold this up so that you can see it up close. And let me see. I have to figure out this lighting. So here we go. And I want you to see the shimmer on the background so you can hopefully, there you go. You can see the shimmer of the pearl paint and of the magical. Look at how pretty it looks. Doesn't that look gorgeous? And then over here. And I'll have By the Will for God link below. And of course, Tammy's link to her stencil. So this is not a stencil. She did this on paper for me. And that's not what she does. She does stencils. So definitely check it out. But this is certainly a stencil design that she sells in her Etsy shop. So that's it. That is it, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this, and please let me know if it encourages you, because that will encourage me if I know that it encourages you. If there's a particular, I don't know, chapter in the Bible or book in the Bible, or that you would like me to focus on next or continue with Psalms, just let me know. I'm open. I'm open to suggestions. Okay, thanks everybody. Have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye.